Let's continue playing Master of Orion. When we last left off, we were one race down, 3 to go. One of these, I suppose, isn't really a threat to us, but let's actually try and improve things a bit. Let us see. Hey, okay, we got an alliance with the silicoids. And that's going to be a bit of a help. Now, if we upgrade our number of spies here, we still want to hide them, really. That's using 3% of our resources there. Next, we want to transfer to Spike at another 300-ish. Oh, wait a minute, we didn't want to do that, really. I forgot to do that in the turn, so that's... okay. Not a problem. We're still pretty much in the process of upgrading our fleet from the Spec 6 ships, including the Dark Star we no longer need, I don't think. No, we colonised it, so we can scrap that. We will want to upgrade a new battleship, but we also need a new bomber. So, actually, we can design our bomber when we actually decide to lay waste to these people, because they are putting a lot of territories down nearby here. Silicoids I don't mind so much, and that's okay. Switch you to Destroyer 7, even though you're basically going to massively tech up once you're done. 1,000 research points currently, showing next turn. Six out of 15 Mech-class transports penetrate Cylon defences. Oh, they have no tech for fighting us at the moment, so we've got better armour, personal deflectors and ion rifles. Still, that was a little annoying. So Spike is now topped out its population, excellent. So that'll increase its industry number and also its tech number, meaning we're now having 1,100 points this turn. If we also add another... nah, okay, not worth doing. Might be worth adding to Mentar slightly. Okay, where are you going? You're putting a colony on... oh, you're putting a colony right in their territory. Fair enough. Mentar still pretty much producing destroyer ships for us. The Altair ships will be in soon. Yeah, the amount of movement we got. Okay, that's a warning then. Polis has reached industry maximum, so it's now a tech world for us. And I don't mind it being a tech world, actually. We could do a few more of them. Now, have you actually... neutral. Okay, that was just a warning. But it just suggests we probably want to put some spies in. So 2 per year there. In the meantime, we want to... technology front, the Sacra still really have the advantage. Let's try and steal some of theirs. Just see what they've got. This might anger them, but hey, that's what they're there for now. So the Mech-class own those 5 worlds down there. That one's a Guardian world, so we're not going to be able to do much about that anytime soon. Next turn. Destroyer 7, Frigate 7. Paranoia has reached industry maximum. Spiker has reached industry maximum. So 632 research points a turn now going down there. 1,136 research points. Yeah, they're set up. Right, so let's put a fleet on Volantis, which we will have continually build fighters. Kulfus is fine. Mentar is going to be maximum next turn. You're still building a shield, actually. Can we get that shield done? Well, that'll get the population and terraforming happening, so that's fine. Jin is pretty much as high as that'll go. So it can actually put to work on the shields as well, actually, can't that? That'll do. So Paranar's more or less sorted. But we'll have it build frigates or fighters. Fighters for now. So they are quick and reasonable defences. So what tech levels are we up to? We're up to 25 on weapons. Planetology and force fields are the two that we're down on a bit. And we're producing Battle Computer 5, Improved Terraforming 30, Warp Dissipator, Industrial Tech 5, Personal Absorption Shields. I quite like the idea of Personal Absorption Shields, if I'm honest. We want to keep our weapons tech up if we can. Don't necessarily need a lot of propulsion tech anymore, so we'll keep things as they are there. Alright, more fighters are produced. Mentar has now reached industry maximum, so it can now produce alright, top you out. So it can produce a destroyer return as well as 400 tech points. It defies belief, really. Put another 200 odd into Spiker, so it will now produce another 1,000 research points for us. Yeah, we're going to now start massively overtaking everybody in tech race. Especially if they are inclined to have their fleet nearby. Because while we may have the technology and the production on them, ours is a bit all over the place, and theirs is not. So what we need to do is sort of finalise things and get frigates and fighters being built and shipped over there. So Voltanis, that'll be another 4 fighters, no need to have that. It'll also industry max next turn. Galactic News Network. Ambassador attempts to assassinate Indra and failed. His motives are unclear, but personal revenge may have been involved. Elect one leader to be Emperor of the Galaxy. 5 votes for Shadowhawk. Thank you. 3 votes for Shadowhawk. Oh, hold on. In the year 2474, the Council has chosen Shadowhawk of the Cylons to be High Master of the New Republic. I shall accept the ruling. And thus, escorted by an honor guard, High Master Shadowhawk returns to Orion, throne world of the ancients. The Galactic Imperium has been reformed. A new era has dawned. We must set aside our past conflicts and greet a new millennium as a united galaxy. And that's the way it is. So, we have one Master of Orion. But I'm not going to let it end like that. Now, while I will have to redo some things again, that seemed a little too easy. So it'll be pretty much a restart from here, I think, and in fact probably including some of my off-screen stuff. But we are going to conquer this universe for the Scion Empire. So, until next time. Let us replay this section of Master of Orion. When we last left off, we had actually won the game. Huzzah! But I'm not quite done there. So instead, we're going to pretty much go back to what we were doing, defending Altair. Which really doesn't have a lot going for it, if I'm honest. I can't even really defend it from that. Either way, it didn't work the first time, so it shouldn't do this time. In the meantime, we're just going to keep going with what we got here. Mentar can reset to Ajax. Now, there are a few things we'll be tempting to do this LP now. We want to conquer this Guardian world, but considering it's got, I think, around 7,000 hit points and the ability to destroy just about everything we've got in a few hits, we're going to need to either spam a lot of small ships at it or just take it out the slow way. So that's what we will be doing. If we go back to the fleet specs, we no longer need the Dark Star. So we shall stop that, and arguably we don't need to destroy 6 either, but we'll keep it for the moment because I'm fairly certain it's defending a few places. What we do want to do though is Nitza's now producing 7s. Actually, if I go to the planet screen, just make sure that nobody's producing. Tyrannor's producing a battleship, and actually is producing a battleship, strangely. We'll change that for a frigate. No, actually. This goes back to the fighters and starts producing them at a slow rate. So, here we go. We need this to start upping its industry level, because that will be helpful. I mean, there's 50 research points a go, really, from there. There you go, 24 factories. So we can get that planet sorted out as quickly as possible, and that would be helpful. Sion still fine. Continuing onwards then. Personal absorption shield, improved terraforming plus 30. Yes. Ooh, cloaking devices. Plus 5 to missile and beam defenses. That could be useful actually. But I think we'll take the class 6 deflector shields and we'll go for... Let's go for Death Spores. Right, 6 of them go in, but our troops are better. They've only just won that. Thankfully though, we will soon have enough ships in Altair to defend it properly. Meantime, another frigate 1 can head down. And everything else can sort itself out. So now we got most of the things terraforming to produce additional troops. That's fine, I don't mind that. Just means, of course, that everything's going to be a bit slower for a bit. But once they're done, it will massively increase our production values of everything, so it's worth it in the end. Nitsa has reached its population max. Mentar, Kulfus, Gara, Tyrannor, Christen. That goes back to producing loads of more factories because of all the increased population. How are we doing racial-wise here? We have a non-aggression pact with the silicoids. We didn't set that up, did we? Ah, dang it. Let's up our trade pact. And let's also up our trade pact here. What interests us actually? Anti-missile rockets, possibly. I don't really want to give them any of that. The technology's too good for them. And all we're really getting in minor things. So we have 6 spies currently hiding within the Sacra's domain. I'm getting a new spy every 5. 6 spies there is more than enough. We'll just send in a few to the Meklas, just because they're neutral. And because I can now cut that down to 3%. Right, so where are we then? Gora systems done. We can transfer some to that system actually. Let's run 121 or so. Transfer another 100 or so to the Spiker system just to get it sorted out a bit quicker. Next turn. And there's the fleet coming in. Right, use network. random chances in this game. Right, so Ajax has reached 100 colonies. We then need, since it's in rebellion, we're going to send over transport wave of 46 million troops. Okay. Pretty much all I have to do here is abstain. If I had to vote for myself, that won't give me a 2/3 majority because both of those have abstained. Right, so that's now done. 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 Okay. So they're heading out to there. They're moving on, which is fine. I don't mind that. That's rather irritating, if I'm honest. Right, rebel troops. Armed with exactly the same stuff we have, which is why we needed more. Alright, we've recaptured them. Doria, Paranor now, hopefully. Spike will be okay. It's got a population of 47 again. No. Or at least it maxes out its current industry. But that's rather irritating. Alright, Polis has now reached that, so it can now switch back. Actually, producing battleships isn't necessarily a bad idea. Alright, produce Destroyer 7s. What's our fleet looking like at this stage? We have 6 Destroyer 6s. So we'll keep things on like that. Frigates on the Ajax system. Actually switch around that to Destroyer 7. That's going to produce Destroyer 7 once it's got things sorted out. Kulfus is still sorting things out for itself. Yeah, this hurts. I know we're going to gain the population back at a rapid rate, but that hurt. Gara's now reached maximum industry. So it now is a production powerhouse, and it will go into producing, that'll do, 415 research points a turn and destroyers. Nitzer has produced maximum, and Mentar and Kulfus and Christron. Dells is now full and is now going to start making various things. Altair is getting there. So annoyed we lost that world, even temporarily. Now, I'm going to put a fleet on Paranor. We're nowhere near ready for dealing with them. And by them I mean the Guardians. But it's not going to hurt us, really. So Ajax, Mentar can now start going back a bit. Kulfus can go producing Destroyer 7s. No, actually, this should remain a research world, actually. Or predominantly a research world. It can, but I'm not expecting miracles, so we'll do it at about that rate. So 500 there. 2,000 research points a turn. As I said, a real objective now is to just try and out-accelerate everybody in the tech stakes, while keep, at the same time, building up a fleet. So that's 5 a turn coming up there. Make that 3 a turn. We don't need many, but we need some to defend this place if needed. Ecology is clean. In fact, too clean, really. So while that is good, we need to rebuild all these factories. So 13 per year, 150. Yeah, that'll do. Next turn. fighters and destroyers. Paranoia has reached industry max. Industry max. It's now producing destroyers in abundance now. And once our fleet has enough, we will replace... Alright, scrap Destroyer 6. Arguably we don't need them now, so... So tech-wise, what are we getting? Battle Computer 5, improved Industrial Tech 5, Class 6 Deflect Shields, Fusion Beams, Warp Dissipator and Death Spores. 4,000 research points a turn. Alex has reached industry max. That can go back to one every 3 turns though. And we can start rebuilding a sort of fleet. 2 Destroyer 2s will send to Nizza, which is also producing them. Though not as quick a rate, I should point out, but build a load of fighters. Can't go wrong with a Fighter 7. Neutron pellet gun, inertial stabilizer. Yeah, I'm just making sure things are okay down here, because they are building up a fleet to oppose us. Because of that, I'm actually going to put that onto 2. And then start moving things along. Start building frigates and sending them. I do not trust them. Improved Industrial Tech 5. Right. So reduced industrial waste to be useful. Automated repair could be useful as well, actually, now we're building larger ships. Let's go with an automated repair system. And all the while we wait for them to make some form of move. It'll happen. I'm certain it will. But we are quicker than them, I believe, for the time being. It's producing loads of fighters. Class 5 shield in place. How is our little spiker world at the moment? We have lots of reserves for it. Let's pump another 100 in there. Let's then pump another 100 or 200 into there. And pump another 300 into there. Next turn. Right, Exis has reached industry max. You've now achieved industry maximum, so you can start building... No, actually you're far away enough away that you can be a tech world. Spiker will hit industry max next turn. So that's good, and that means we now have nearly 4,000 tech points. If we're not sort of climbing up the technology tree, we're now ahead. Now we just need to sort things out. We have 3 spies hidden in their territory. We're going to espionage and espionage both. Hey, high intensity beam weapon, fusion beam. Okay, so tachyon beams, continuous ray effect, pulse on missiles. We're sort of skipping large stages of this, but with the number of tech points we've currently got, that might be a good idea. So the pulse on missiles to 21,000, anti-matter torpedoes, stinger missiles. Let's go pulse on missiles. Spiker has reached industry maximum. Alright, transfer reserve. Another 300, 400-ish points. You can only hold about double, so they're going to transfer to Altanis, another 500-ish. And out of interest, what was our fleet strength looking like? We're climbing. They're not going to be able to deal with us very soon, and a lot of it is focused on Altair at the moment. And of course we have 2 spare slots just in case things go wrong elsewhere. Destroyer. Destroyer. IX should now start working on fighters, I think. And Nitsa should start thinking frigates. See if we can get... No, that's... Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing there. So that's free a turn. We'll go there. Free a turn. And that should be fine. Okay, that's a warning. And I must do some tech things. So what I shall do is I shall do this and end the video. So until next time, Conquest of a Galaxy continues.